Region 6 Chairman David Armagan welcomed the completion of the $1.4 billion Japan-funded Canefield Substation project, sharing that the upgrade brings a lot of hope and expectations for the people of our region.
This is a very significant step to reduce that kind of problem. Another problem that we have encountered as a result of GPL's problem is the issue with water to the residents of this region, pure water supply. Because every time GWI fails to deliver water to the residents of this region, the blame goes to GPL. The blame goes to GPL because it is said that whenever GPL's current is not stable, whenever they do not supply the voltage necessary to turn over the engines, then GWI suffers, and consequently the people suffer.
Giving a technical overview of the project executed through the Japan International Cooperation Agency and officially completed on September 16, 2021, Divisional Director Projects Ryan Ross said it was the first time that GPL has installed reactive power compensators in the transmission network. The Canfield power plant was first commissioned in the mid-1970s and had no major upgrades since a major transformer failure in 2014. Despite project setbacks ranging from the COVID-19 pandemic and bad weather, Ross shared that GPL can now use cheaper sources of generation in Georgetown. Other major upgrades include the installation of automated equipment and the construction of a new control building. Meanwhile, speaking on behalf of the Japanese government, Ambassador Tatsuo Hirayama said the upgrades were done in part with a US $17 million grant, which also caters for the introduction of renewable energy. Delivering the feature address, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips thanked the government of Japan for the grant, which he described as groundbreaking. He shared that this was the first in many steps towards the government's commitment to enhancing the capacity of GPL with regard to sustainable power generation. Focusing on future energy plans, the Prime Minister acknowledged that energy efficiency is key to all aspects of development.
Therefore, administrations must prioritize the maintenance and capacity building of institutions such as GPL to contribute to sustainable power supplies due to the long-term national benefits. Of course, we cannot speak about the long term without considering the effects of climate change and the need to deliberate ways to better utilize renewable energy to combat global warming.
Touching on the government's future energy mix plans, the Prime Minister said that their aim is to provide an additional 400 megawatts for residential and commercial users across the country. The Prime Minister went on to list other projects in the pipeline, such as the completion of the once-stalled Amelia Hydro project, investments in solar and wind systems for off-grid areas, and developing microgrids for large hinterland villages, along with the expansion of the hinterland electrification program and further upgrades of the national grid. The simple ceremony ended with the unveiling of the plaque and cutting of ribbon, followed by a tour of the facility by officials. This is Danielle Swain reporting for the newsroom.